Welcome to SWAPP web application SWAPP. In this video, we'll be discussing about a new functionality called internal movement, which can be accessed from the main heading stoke handling, where we have internal movement, popularly called as FIFO functionality. That is, first in, first out. In order to make this functionality working in SWAPP, we need to have certain prerequisites being configured in SWAPP desktop application. So this video, which will be the part 1 for FIFO functionality, will be covering the prerequisites. Let's see how to do it. Log in to Swallow desktop application. Here, we have 3 prerequisites to be done. The first step is activation of a customization. It will be done by the Swallow support team itself whenever the user opts for this function. The second step is marking certain locations as raw material store, resource location, and as external resource location. Let's see how to do it. Under the heading global tables, general, we have stock location and user will be taken to the stock location list available in the database. Here, as you can see, we have a column for the location ID, category and owner category. For those locations with category S1, we will be marking certain locations as owner category 7, that is for raw material store. Certain locations as owner category 6 for resource location, and certain locations is honor category 8, that is for external resource location. And it is possible to mark one or multiple locations with the honor category 6, 7 or 8 as per the requirement. Apart from the 6, 7 and 8, we can also see certain locations with honor category marked as 1, which we'll be referring in the third step. So once the required changes are done, we can save the data. Then we have the third and last step, that is specifying which all resources will be taking part in FIFO function. For that, go to the resource register, that is under a heading MPC, basic data, we have resource and all the resources will be listed here. And for those resources where the user want to activate this FIFO functionality, select a location from the drop-down list available under the column name preparation store. Select a location from the drop-down. Those locations that we get here in this drop-down are of the honor category 1, which we have already mentioned in second step. We need to choose a location here, and it is mandatory to specify the column preparation store for those resources where we want to take part in FIFO function. Then we have another column, that is the second column, resource store. This column is not mandatory and it is used only if the material to be moved in second step from preparation store to resource store, which is done in another swap function called material withdraw. Here we have a drop down, and those drop down list that you can see here for the locations are the one for which we have mentioned the honor category as 6 or 8. Then we have one more column, that is finished location. There again we have a drop down and we can mark a location here. Suppose if a particular resource used for an operation, after it's being finished, it needs to be taken for some other operation. If that is the case, it can be stored in some other finished location. Such locations are the one we mentioned here. And there again we have a drop down. Here again it is honor category 1 locations that we see in this drop down. The column 2 and 3 is not mandatory, but column 1 preparation store is mandatory for the resource to take part in FIFO function. And these 3 columns will be visible only if the first prerequisite step, that is the customization, is on. If the customization is not mentioned, these 3 columns will be shown as hidden. This is the step that is required, that is the prerequisites that is required for the FIFO function. So once these are done, if there is any activity planned for the selected resource, to see this listed in FIFO, there need to be some production also being planned. If production is planned and there is requirement of material, it will be automatically available in FIFO function in SWAP. Hope it is clear to you all. Thank you for watching.